Great Monday morning, everyone. How are you all doing? Get on up. Let's go ahead and start this week. Happy Monday. Stay in a positive mindset so it can help you make it through the day. Now, like I do every Monday, I let you know what the topic is going to be on our radio show. And so on tonight, Marriage Mondays with the Kings at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on KRGN 98.5 FM. Good morning, Jamie. I always say you can go to your App Store, your Google Play Store, download or type in KRGN FM. You'll see the Royal Blue and White app. So tonight on our show, we're still talking about family. Good morning, Zalisha. And for the month of the family, that's what we are talking about, me and my husband, on our radio show tonight. Our topic is growing stronger children, and we keep it all the way real. Good morning, Simone. But I want to talk about a topic that I've been thinking about all weekend. So, if I've been thinking about this, good morning, Miss Bernadette. The coffee crew is coming through. Let me explain that real quick, because I know people always like, what's the coffee crew? So the ones who join me live on my video, generally is between 7:15 and 7:30 Monday through Friday. I refer to as the coffee crew. So let me shout y'all out. Y'all be getting up, even if you drink coffee, tea, or whatever. Thank you for joining me Monday through Friday. And then I have the secret squirrels. Now, the secret squirrels are the one that you come on, you watch the videos, whatever the case may be, you don't share, you don't like them. It's all good as long as you get the word. And shout out to the ones who is huddled around the phone right now at work when you know your tail should be working, but y'all talking about what she talking about today. Shout out to you as well, okay? But getting back to the topic of today, the thing that attracted you to your husband/wife is the thing that you hate the most. How does that happen? Okay, so this is probably not for those who've worked through multiple issues within their marriage. Good morning, Zalia. Within their marriage. This is probably for those who are still in the midst of arguing all the doggone time. This may be even for our singles who desire to be married. Golden nuggets. Let me go ahead and share with you. So have you ever sit back and thought, and I've seen this commonality in the last year, I really paid attention to what people have said out their mouth about their spouses. And it irritates them the most. And I generally ask, well, what attracted you to your spouse? Why did you want to marry your spouse? Why did you want to be with them or whatever? So I'm going to use some good old country examples and make it plain. So that which attracted you to your spouse is something that you hate the most. Okay, so I'm going to use me and my husband, right? So remember I told y'all one thing that my husband really loved about me that attracted him to me is my independence. The fact that I'm an independent woman. And what attracted me to my husband is the fact that he have a good heart and he will help anybody. Okay. I really, really love that because I was like, wow, he's willing to help, do a go above and beyond. So let me tell y'all how that became a problem in our marriage, because I'm not gonna lie, where's all my independent women out there? I was independent, single mom, or whatever the case may be, handling my business, taking care of my business. And he really liked that. But I'm not gonna lie to y'all. In my marriage, especially the first probably 7-8 years, I was like, you know what? In my mind, and it was playing out. Mess up, Joker. All you got to do is mess up. I promise you. Because I used to tell him, good morning, Nicole, in the midst of arguments, I ain't got to depend on a man for nothing. When you met me, I was independent. Like, this was our arguments, okay? Somebody is arguing about this same thing right now. You feel that your husband is trying to take away your independence. But the thing is, that is what became an issue in our marriage for my husband. I'm just going to be honest. It's because I was so independent and I would always throw it up in his face. I could take the trash out. I could cut the grass. I could do this. I could do that. Wait, you ain't got to do it for me. And that was our argument. And so as far as my husband, so think about if you're married right now, if you've ever been married, if you're desiring to be married, you ain't got to put it out on social media. Don't put your business out there. But I want you to think about what is something that attracted you to your husband or your wife that gets on your John Brown nerves right now. And y'all may have, now this is not everybody, it's for people who still arguing in their marriage. You may argue about it. So for my husband is, yes, I love the fact that he would help anybody. He would do anything for him. But where the problem came in was the chicken heads, the clucker ducks, Lord, let me be nice. Okay, the females who would attach themselves to my husband because of his niceness. And not only did they attach themselves to my husband, they knew what they were doing. They knew that they were manipulating him. We're going to be talking about that on this week, manipulation. They knew what they were doing. And that became an issue in our marriage, because when I be like, baby, you might want to watch out for that one because this and this and this and this. And then it will be an argument. Well, I don't understand. Every time I try to help somebody, especially a female, you sit up and you get mad and you talking about what? I don't want them. I don't want them. And I said, baby, I didn't say that you wanted them. And that was our argument in our marriage. So what we had to learn how to do in the sense of maturity and maturing in the maturing process within our marriage is recognize those things. I had to learn how to quit telling my husband that I could do everything by myself, because he really broke me down like a fraction when he said, look, all I need is for you to need me. We cannot operate in a marriage, us independent women. Okay, we understand if something happened, baby, you out, you got yourself, you ain't got to depend on a man for nothing. But we cannot continuously throw that up in our spouse's face, because whether or not our husbands want to admit it or vice versa, whoever this is for, that evokes fear that you are going to walk out and leave them. Okay, let me be honest. That invokes fear. So wives, if this is you, that you are independent, let me holler at my independent single women out there. Our husbands need us to need them. Okay, I know I could take the trash out, but baby, I don't know when the last time I touched the trash bag, because my husband had to show me some things. You know what I'm saying? We have to be willing as wives to allow our husbands to show us some things. And that doesn't mean that they're taking away our independence, baby. You continue to do what it is that you have to do, but don't throw it up in your husband's face. Now, y'all know I'm to talk to the ladies. You know I'm about to talk to the husbands, right? Husbands, look here. I understand, God, that he has blessed you with an amazing heart, where you would give and you would do and this, that, and the other. Now, 9 times out of 10, another man is not going to be asking you for help, because men, not trying to be mean, but y'all prideful. You see what I'm saying? Y'all got a lot of pride. Y'all can do it on y'all's own, baby. But thank God for the GPS. I don't know who invented the global positioning system. Because see, you'll get in the car now and you'll put an address in the GPS. But before, your tail would have you and your whole family driving around for 2 hours lost, all because you had too much pride to sit up and say, let me go in this grocery store real quick and ask, how do I get to such and such? But you will waste a whole tank of gas and drive around for 2 hours because your pride wouldn't let you ask for help. So when it comes to that, it is very rare that a man would ask another man to help them unless they're moving a heavy object or whatever the case may be. However, when it comes to a woman, this is what I need you to understand. My single fellas, I need y'all to understand this too. When it comes to a woman, and you see this pattern where women are always asking for your help, from the job, from the church, they always asking for your help. And then that evokes argument in your home. If this is you, baby, I need you to check yourself. I need you to think about what it is that you're doing, because it's not worth arguing with your wife because of some outside influence who always need your help. Because let me tell you about us women, okay? Some of us women can be so trifling that, baby, even though they don't want you sexually, they love the things that you do for them. They love the fact that you are there for them every time they pick up the phone and they call. So in their mind, it's like you their man, but you not their man, because they know that you married. But bottom line is this: if you are arguing in your home over this type of situation, then baby, boom, I need you to recognize what the enemy is doing in your marriage, okay? Yes, your wife loves you because you got a good heart. And I'm just using this as an example because somebody's been arguing over this for about the past week, and I know y'all gonna hit me up in my inbox and say thank you for that word, because that's what people generally do. If this is not for you, then you just press share, okay? Let somebody else get blessed from this. But you got to recognize what us trifling women can do sometime. And you got the ones who sitting up and this, that, and the other. And then guess what, baby? They don't care if you married or not. They trying to move in for the kill. So these are some of the things. Maybe this is not your issue. This is just an example of what me and my husband have had to mature through. But this is the thing right here I need you to think about. Maybe you married your husband or your wife because they have a good work ethic. Okay? Now listen to this. How this attracted you to your spouse, but it gets on your nerve. Good morning, Brandy. You married your husband or your wife because they got a good work ethic, right? But then that's an argument in the marriage because every time I turn around, you always working. Well, baby, not trying to make an excuse for your spouse, but you knew that going in, okay? Maybe you... a husband married your wife because she could cook and she could clean. Baby, you can come home to the house smelling like bleach and pine salt, baby. Your floors is clean. Your clothes is clean. You ain't got to worry about nothing. But then you sit up and you get mad at your wife because she trying to make sure your house is clean. And this is vice versa now. This can go either way. She trying to make sure your house is clean. So that way, when you and your family wake up the next day, your house is clean. But you get mad because you ready to have sex, but she ain't got to the bedroom quick enough. You know what I'm saying? Let me keep it real on this morning with somebody up in here because y'all arguing with this in y'all's marriage. You may be or may have been attracted to your husband or your wife because you see how they delivered that word in that pulpit at church, baby. You see how they was praising God at church, but you see that same thing now, but it makes you mad. Why you spending so much time at the church? Okay. Why every time I turn around, but you got to go in your prayer closet. You got to pray and you got to worship God. And you sitting up here, you get mad about that thing. Baby, we need to learn how to balance it out and we need to make it work for the marriage. Okay. So what I like to always tell my married couples that God allows me to sit down with, or even when we're on our radio show, hey, Jamie, what I like to tell my married couples is this. You have to understand, and I want you to recognize the gift that your spouse have in them. Because what you don't understand, that gift that your spouse have in them and that gift that you have within yourself, it balances out your marriage. But the devil has you so focused on the things that you can't stand about your spouse that keeps you arguing. Think about it. It keeps you arguing that you can't even get to the place to maturing in your mind about, oh, wow, this is actually a blessing to my marriage. Okay, so let me give a good old example. Let me give one more example to make it plain. So say one of you are outspoken and the other one is quiet and observant. Okay, this is most couples. I have never met a husband and a wife team that are just alike. You can say you just alike, but I guarantee you. And the reason why is because can you imagine yourself marrying the male or the female version of you? Let's just be honest. Me, no, because I am who I am and we only need one of me in this marriage. But can you imagine? I'm not talking about, we like the same things. We like riding motorcycles. We like watching movies. No, I'm talking about the same personality and the same characteristics as you. Could you imagine that? No, I'm sure you probably can't. Some of y'all say you can, but think about it now. You would drive yourself crazy if you was married to somebody who acted just like you. So let's get back to this previous example. 9 times out of 10, one of you all are outgoing and you're a people person and the other one is withdrawn. Well, where this irritates your nerves is for the one who is outgoing. Your spouse can't stand the fact that you just know everybody. Every time we go out in the community, everybody know you. You ain't got to talk to everybody. Well, that person, your spouse is a people person or yourself, whichever one y'all are. Now, the other one is quiet and observant, okay? They looking around. 9 times out of 10, they got that good old gift that God has blessed them with. They watching. That's the watch person in your marriage. They looking. They on the lookout. Yep. Tell your mama to chill. Yep. Tell your coworker she need to go sit down somewhere. You can't stand because that person is quiet, whichever one y'all are, and very observant. But you don't see how you balance each other out. Because that one which is observant is the one that's watching to make sure outside negativity does not come in your marriage. They generally withdrawn. So what I encourage you to do is appreciate that which you have in your spouse. Those who are single right now, I need you to learn to appreciate. Now, we ain't talking about no abuses and all that crazy kind of stuff, but appreciate. Don't get to the point of allowing the devil to have and set up in your mind and for you to ruminate on that thing that attracted you to your spouse, but you can't stand it. Now, I'm one who's kind of quiet and outgoing. When I first meet you, baby, I'm not just going to be opening up and talking to you or whatever the case may be, because I got to check your spirit by the spirit. You hear me? Check your spirit by the spirit. And my husband, he's learned now the gift that God has given me. And he'll say, baby, what you think about so-and-so? I might say, baby, what you think about that situation? And he might, to make sure I'm not tripping, to make sure my spiritual radar isn't off. And he might say, oh, baby, that one right there was kind of strange. That would be what we ain't inviting in our house. And I'll be like, you ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. He may say, baby, what you think? And then I'm telling him. But what I need us to understand as husbands and wives is that recognize that gift and do not allow the enemy. You see what I'm saying? Do not allow the enemy to allow you to ruminate on that. And then you're sitting up and you're arguing with your spouse all the time. Because guess what? When you're sitting up and you arguing about something in your marriage all the time, that's keeping you away from what God has for you. That's pulling you in the opposite direction when God's saying it's time for you to come back this way. So I just need you as husbands and wives. Shout out to the husbands and wives who listen in. I appreciate it. But I need you all as husbands and wives to think about this thing. What have you been allowing to get on your nerves when it comes to your spouse, baby? What is it? For those who have been married, what was it? And 9 times out of 10, that's the same thing that attracted you to them. You knew doggone good and well that your husband was always, when you was dating, he was your boyfriend. You knew he was in the mirror more than you was when y'all was dating. So why is it an issue now? I'm just asking. You knew that your wife was independent when you first met her. So why is it an issue now? Don't make it an issue. Make it a teachable moment, as my auntie always say, and teach your spouse what it is that you need. You know what I'm saying? Teach them, baby, don't get upset at the fact that I'm independent. What I need you to know is, God forbid, if something ever happened to you, baby, I'm going to hold down this family, okay? Baby, don't get upset because I'm a people person. Just help me to discern and know which chicken head that I need to stay away from. You know what I'm saying? Use your spiritual gift to help you mature in your marriage. And I promise you, you will get to the place where you're not arguing anymore. Because instead of you seeing each other as separate entities, you fighting against each other, you will then start working as a team. Okay? My husband knows now. Baby, can't nobody call that man in the middle of the night. I don't care if it's a male or a female. Talk about, I need you to meet me off a ranch, sir. I done broke down, Mr. King. Baby, we coming locked and cocked, and that's what the military term is. What we coming, okay? That's how it used to be when he was at his last duty station. Female soldier called at 2 o'clock in the morning. Baby, I don't like being woken up out my sleep, but he sure did tap me, talking about, come on, baby. This female talking about committing suicide or whatever. Come on, let's go, baby. We jumped in that doggone vehicle and we went at 2 o'clock in the morning. You not me, my husband, at 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't care what you say. You see what I'm saying? So learn how to work together as husbands and wives. The thing that has attracted you most, my husband has an amazing heart. And I had to remind myself, boo-boo, you tripping off of little things, okay? You got you a good man. You see what I'm saying? He could be somebody with somebody else who will recognize his good qualities. So you need to quit tripping. So ask yourself as husbands and wives, what is it that you tripping about? That is minute. You got you a good man. You got you a good woman. What are you tripping about? Yeah, you mad because your man always walking out the door and he's smelling good, baby. He was smelling good when he met you. What you need to do is raise the bar, honey. And that's what I had to do. My husband used to be like, baby, where you going looking and smelling like that? You looking all good and smelling good and stuff like that. I said, oh, don't worry about it, Mr. King. When I step out, baby, I'm just representing you. You see what I'm saying? Give that reassurance to your spouse that is all about them. Now, I ain't talking about y'all who be doing that messy stuff and y'all out there cheating on the low. I ain't talking about that. What I'm talking about is when you really working on your marriage. And I had to let my husband know, baby, when I step out the house, I'm representing too, honey. I'm representing you as my king and I'm representing God, okay? I'm not looking for no other joker to be up in my face. And I'm telling you, if you catch me in these streets and you here in the Central Texas area, baby, I be mugging like, don't you even try, Satan. Don't even go there. I'm a happily married woman. You see this ring on my finger. Okay. So I just encourage y'all, real talk. Think about the things that attracted you to your spouse and don't allow it to become a negative in your marriage, okay? Learn how to reassure your spouse. You know what I'm saying? Husbands, like I was giving that example of your wife, she cleaning and stuff. Why don't you get up and go in there and say, baby, what can I help you clean with? What can I help you do? And then wives, if your husband get up and he help you clean, because you know we're guilty it is, don't get mad because he ain't doing it the way that you want to. Appreciate the fact that he got up out the bed to help you clean. You see what I'm saying? So don't get mad, all right? Because that's what we do. You're not cleaning the way that I want you to. That ain't how I want the floor mopped. Well, baby, he can't read your mind. Just appreciate the fact that he is helping you. All right? So y'all have a blessed day. Join us tonight on Marriage Monday for Marriage Mondays with King, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we still talking about family, baby. We're going to be talking about your children. We're going to be talking about your children tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on KRGN 98.5 FM. Download the KRGN FM app, Royal Blue and White. Let us know what y'all think. Drop some comments on our page. And your girl Shan gonna be back with y'all on tomorrow. God gave me some amazing things to talk about where I'm gonna keep it 150 on this week. All right. So y'all have a blessed day. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Share this because it's free. Be a blessing to somebody today and not a curse. And your girl Shan will be back with y'all on tomorrow. God bless and blessings to you.